and it just feels like your hair is consuming you. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Annie, and today I'm going to be talking about what I wish I knew before I went natural, or what I wish somebody would have told me before I went natural. So I have 5 tips for you guys, and I believe that these tips will help you save time, money, and it'll just give you a more realistic perspective going into your natural hair journey. So if you want to find out what these tips are, please keep watching. But before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe and comment down below, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. So let's get straight. I just want to start off by giving a little background about my natural hair journey. This is obviously not a video about my hair journey, so I'm not going to get into all the nitty and gritty, but just to give you guys an idea of where I'm coming from. So after I got married, I had this gorgeous weave put in for my wedding. I went on a honeymoon, I was swimming, I was having a good time in the sun, on the beach, all of that good stuff. And when I got home, let's just say my hair was just a complete mess. It was just falling apart. So after watching a lot of videos and after just doing a little bit of research, I decided that I was going to go natural. This would have been back in 2014. So I've been natural for about 5 years, going on 6 years. And at that time, the natural hair movement was not obviously starting, but it was really, I don't know, really hot, and a lot of people were going natural. It was just like the thing to do. But given that I was a little late to the party because there are so many women who had already gone natural before me. Anyway, so after watching all these videos, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go natural. But listen, I had no idea what I was getting into. And so after my experience, I came up with these 5 tips to help you guys before you go natural. So let's get straight into the tips. If you see me looking that way, I have some notes written over there so that I won't forget anything, but that's why I'm just looking over there. Tip number 1, going natural can be time consuming. If you have a super busy schedule out there and you don't have time for your hair, you definitely want to you definitely want to consider the time element associated with going natural. Before I was natural, my hair was a job in itself. After I was natural, it was even more work. So if you do not have time to sit there detangling all those locks, to sit there putting your hair into twists, to sit there moisturizing your hair, to sit there, I don't know, taking out your protective styles, then you might not want to go natural. Tip number 2, going natural is not the magical solution for all your hair problems. Listen closely, guys. If you do not pay attention to any of the other tips, please listen to this one, because this is where I had a false idea of what my hair would be like if I decided to go natural versus what actually happened. I thought that if I cut my hair off, that it would just grow, it would be beautiful, it would be luscious, and all that good stuff. But let me tell you, a year went by, 2 years went by, 3 years went by, and my hair was still chilling at my shoulders. Even now, I'm almost 6 years into being natural, and my hair has barely grown. Keep in mind that what makes your hair grow or flourish, it's a combination of a lot of things. It's not just going natural. So just going natural is not going to fix every single one of your hair problems. I literally thought that, you know what, just because I'm natural, my hair's gonna be just gorgeous, gonna be luscious, gonna be long. I'm gonna be like, what's it called? Like not tangled, but what's her name? Like Rapunzel. I'm gonna be like the black Rapunzel or something, okay? But boy, was I wrong. And the funny thing is, I'm almost 6 years natural now, and I've come to terms that going natural was not the solution for hair growth, and that there is more to it. And because I've come to terms with it, and because I understand now, I have a more realistic expectations. And what's so frustrating is that you are putting in all this work, you're putting in all this effort, so you think your hair is going to be like down to your back by the end of the year, right? Wrong. Instead, your hair just chilling. I mean, all I can do is speak for myself. If your hair naturally grows fast, I mean, that's great. But for me, it did not just happen like that. So keep in mind that just because you go natural does not mean that your hair is just going to start like hair is going to be sprouting out of your roots and stuff, because that might not be the case. So with that being said, the second tip goes straight into the third tip, which is being natural is like a marathon, definitely not a sprint. It requires a lot of patience. Like I said, I had this false expectation that my hair would just grow. It would just be amazing after like a short amount of time, a year, 6 months. I thought, maybe a year or two, especially watching those natural hair videos that a lot of people post, and they show their journey over 2 or 3 years or 4 years. And I'm like, ooh, that's definitely gonna be in 4 years. But 4 years later, I was still like, where's my hair at? I don't know. So it's a marathon. You have to be patient and you have to keep up with it. You cannot expect results when you are not putting in the work. And I will talk more about that in some of my other tips, but it is just a combination of things that helps your hair to grow and to flourish. Doing one of the things that you should be doing out of the 5 or 6 things is not going to cut it. What I really want to say is that all these tips really go hand in hand, which takes us to tip number 4, that being natural is a lot of work. It's a lot of maintenance. You've got to moisturize your hair. You got to make sure that you've got that silk bonnet, that silk pillowcase. You've got to make sure that you're sitting there and detangling your hair, and that you are trying not to put heat on it, but you're still trying to look cute. So it's a lot that you're trying to balance. And ultimately, this is a lot of work. Sometimes it's like mental work. You gotta like figure out, how am I gonna do this? I have plans, so I gotta like do my hair at this time or this and that. It's gonna take me that long. And not only is it a lot of work, but it is also physically exhausting, which is taking us into our last and final tip. Being natural, I'm telling you, you don't even need to go to the gym. Just go natural, because after detangling your hair for an hour, 30 minutes sometimes, sitting there brushing your hair, you are just exhausted. Your back is tired, you're sore. Not only did you take out your protective style, detangled, conditioned, washed your hair, maybe you did a treatment if you're feeling extra, I don't know. Then after that, you detangle again. And then you got to put your hair, you got to separate your hair, you got to moisturize it, diffuse it, whatever you got to do, put it into twists. I mean, by the time that you're done this whole process, your back feels like it's about to snap in half. Your arms are tired, you're sore, your babies, they're tugging at your feet. I mean, if you don't have a baby, then it might be easier. But my point is, it's physically exhausting. Sitting there doing your hair, it's super tiring. And I did not expect this. I mean, I already knew that my hair was a lot of work, but after I went natural, it was twice as hard to detangle my hair. It was much harder to put it into twists or to throw it into braids like before I went to bed. And let me tell you, if I just decided one night that I'm like, oh, I'm tired, I'm just gonna go to bed, and I didn't do anything about it, when I woke up, it was twice the amount of work, and I regretted why I just decided to go to bed. So definitely being natural is physically exhausting. And like I said, it's time consuming. It's not the magical solution. It is a marathon, not a sprint. It is a lot of work. And lastly, it can be physically straining. So really consider all these things before you decide to go natural, because maybe being natural might not be for you. And I know ultimately that being natural versus being relaxed is the healthier option for your hair, but it does not mean that your hair cannot flourish while you are relaxed at the same time. Once I went natural, I had this view that relax was bad and evil. And yes, relaxer is not good for your hair, but for some reason, for some people, being natural is just not possible for them for whatever reason, their lifestyle, their choice, their hair type, I don't know, whatever personal reason. And so they are natural, but while being natural, they're doing everything they can to take care of their hair, which is what really matters. You have to do what is best for you. You have to do what works best for your hair type, so, and your lifestyle. So definitely keep that in mind before you go natural. And honestly, it might not be for you. There are so many women who go natural and then decide to relax their hair. Here I am 5-6 years later, I still haven't gone back. Do I regret my decision? No, my hair is thick, even though it's short. It's thick, it's healthy, it's still a lot of work, it's still time consuming. But now that I kind of know what to expect, I have realistic expectations and I am happy with where I'm at. I can't speak for the future. I may or may not relax my hair, who knows? But for now, I am super happy and content being natural. And thank you guys so much for watching. That concludes today's video. If you have any tips of your own, please definitely make sure to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.